Now, Humphrey by Mr. Micro, I do believe, along with Punchy, was also on the Commodore VIC-20. Now Punchy on the VIC-20, I think it's needs a 16K expansion, is really good. It's right up there with Anirog Scramble for the VIC-20. You know, these are really good games. Hunchback on the VIC-20 is shit, and that's an official conversion. Yeah, I'm sure that's not a homebrew, and that's weird because Hunchback on the C64, unlike most Ocean games of 1984, is really good for the C64. I mean, don't know about the Spectrum, I have to say. Speaking of Spectrum, I've noticed a certain person who does at least 50% of their channel and live streams for the Spectrum. Haven't heard or seen from him, and he hasn't replied to anybody's comments on his latest video since sometime on Thursday when he uploaded the last video. Now, he usually does something on a Friday, and he always does something else on a Thursday. And if he can't do it, he's quite a polite YouTuber, and he will tell you, you know, he'll say, yeah, something's going on. Maybe I'm moving house or something, he'd say, and he can't actually do any more videos, you know, for a couple of days, few days, whatever. But he uploads like at least a couple of videos a day and does a few live streams over the week, but never on the weekend, which I find a bit odd. But I think he's treating YouTubers like kind of like a fun job rather than something you do when you're not working. God, we've got another cat that started now. Now the other one's in heat. Just become lesbian and satisfy each other. Do you get lesbian cats? Now, I don't know if it's true, but people did used to say, but you do get homosexual cats. In response to people talking about, this is going back to the 80s, I have to say, and I'm talking about, you know, really religious people saying, no, in the Bible it says you mustn't be like that. You want to actually know. Now here's a problem. About 2 months ago, I actually recorded a video on QBERT, which is the only QBERT clone I had back then on the C64. It was by Anirog. And I think I lost the first 1.5 minutes of the video by accident. So David Whittaker actually wrote this game, see, I didn't know that. Electric harpsichord sound of early Whittaker SID instrument. I'm not sure which joystick port that will be. Now, yeah, Mainmeister uploaded a video a few days ago on QBERT. So now if I upload it, people are going to say, oh, you've just copied Mainmeister and you've come to the same conclusion. But the simple fact is, although I stopped uploading videos for many reasons, I never actually stopped recording them, because these are my video gaming diaries, and at the moment, because the third bedroom is not finished, which is where the C64 will be set up, along with other nostalgic things of the era, from my bedroom as a kid stroke teenager when I had a C64. And they will be played in that setting, but either way they'll all be recorded, when the battery isn't spending half the time charging, because like I say, these are my they're our video game diaries. They're my thoughts on the game. They're not really reviews, which is why there's so much bollocks chat. Well, that's a small grid. So that's me, Humphrey. So you've got to use diagonals. I'm sorry to say, whilst Punchy was a great idea, it's kind of like Hunchback. Best thing about this game is probably the music, I would say. The graphics alright. So now Humphrey's turned into Chewbacca. Actually, I have to watch Star Wars. I need to find a really good sequence for the trench scene. Of course, Mad Commodore, you can't jump up diagonally and get them ones. You have to do it in a fucking zigzag. So whilst the collision detection on this, I'm moving. What's going on? It's not letting me move now. So yeah, whilst QBERT has a hardware collision on the sprite to sprite business, doesn't really take account of where you are in the isometric 3D game world. Back then as a kid I didn't realise that, because I've never played QBERT in the arcade. I've only seen like pictures of screenshots in things like computer and video games, maybe TV Gamer, those kind of things. And I just thought it was extremely difficult, but it wasn't as bad as some of the other games out at the time. Certainly gave it more of a go than China Minor, I reckon. But I probably wouldn't have sat there and thought, nah, that's wrong, man, that's not quite right. Probably would have thought QBERT is just an extremely difficult arcade game, which is normal for arcade games because they want your money. And Mr. Micro can't have my money for this. I'm not even going to bother trying the VIC-20 version. Oh, that's another thing. We have to set up a VIC-20 and use the SD to IEC with that too. Great days ahead, hopefully.